So we're talking about real estate this morning. How to literally go from zero, the truth. This is the truth in real estate, how you can go from owning zero or go from zero to $1 million. I know this ain't something that you're supposed to say. I know that you've been told that you know, well, you have to have a bunch of money to this isn't one of those like get rich quick schemes or that bullshit start with like selling real estate from other people. No, this is the truth. This is the truth of how the quickest way that I found that you can go from very little to a very lot. Passive income to where it replaces your normal income, and you can get out of the corporate rat race, monkey game, and never have to struggle that way again. There's a couple of big terms I'm gonna throw out there, but they're industry terms, so most of you probably already know them, right? Like debt to income, right? So what am I saying? Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it short. You know, there's these fantastic writers like Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, you know, Grant throwing up these big numbers, multifamily. Fantastic structure, brother, but it does not tell you the quickest way to go from the truth. Let's just say the truth, right? Robert Kiyosaki, Get Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Fantastic book. Do it on your own kind of thing book. Self-motivational book, but it does not give you the actual numbers. It does not give you the shit that's going to actually change your life. Here's the deal. In 2014, I got started. I have been a realtor for almost 10 years. That has nothing to do with nothing, right? Don't even, that shit just showed that I was learning a whole bunch of shit that didn't apply and was working for a whole bunch of idiots. Truth, because there's consumers and there's investors, and not all realtors are the same. Not all realtors know how to be an investor. Most of them are selling consumer homes with consumer loans. Okay, so you can decide to be a consumer or an investor when you purchase a home, right? What do I mean by that? So, a home, my first home that I bought, I had a plan. You gotta have a plan. The plan was that I was gonna buy this little home, I was gonna stay in this little home for 6 months, and then I was gonna rent the home out and capture some rental income. Didn't know exactly what the loan was gonna be. You know, I didn't know all those numbers. You're gonna learn them today. You're gonna learn them today. So for example, that home was, when I purchased that home was $52,000. You like, wow, this guy buys $52,000 homes. He must live in shit boxes. No, this home was on a lake. This home was on a lake. This home was across the street from a golf course. This home was fantastic and is fantastic and brings amazing rental income. The problem was that the lake was down 29 feet that April in 2014. We closed in May, okay? It started to rain the week of closing, and it didn't stop raining for 3 weeks. Anybody in Texas remember this? Shit was flooding everywhere in Dallas. I mean, it was serious. And folks who had been out on the lake had owned their property for a long time, and they were just tired of the drought. Well, it just so happened I bought it in an opportunistic moment, and the drought had ended, and that property instantly went up in value. But that's not what I'm trying to picture. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that I bought that home for $52,000, and the note on that home was less than $350,000. I lived in a home for less than 6 months. It was exactly 4 months when I put it on the market for rent, and turned around and rented the house out for $10 $350. That means, all that means is the difference from what I was paying for the principal, interest, title, and insurance, PITI. That's everything you pay when you purchase a property, okay? The PITI, principal, interest, title, and insurance, right? That's the shit you got to pay every month, right? When you have a note or mortgage on the property, right? So the PITI on the property came out to be less than $350. I rented it out for $1,050. Whatever that difference is, I put that in my pocket every single month like clockwork. I remember I did it the first time and I was so nervous because I thought I was forgetting about something. I said, man, this shit can't be that easy. I'm literally forgetting about something. I gotta be forgetting about something. You know what? I wasn't forgetting about anything. It worked. It worked like a charm. So what I did is bought the one across the street. I bought that one. Rented that one out. It was the exact same floor plan. Rented that one out for the exact same amount. Making the difference. Then I bought the one. Now here's the deal. The question obviously is how you buying them. Here's the deal. So when I said consumer and when I said investor, this is what that means, okay? If you go out, and this is what a mortgage lender told me. He said, if you go out and buy for your first home or buy a home for $250,000, $300,000 because you've been approved. Let's back up for a second. Let's remember this. Banks approve lenders on gross income amounts, not net income amounts. If they were approving individuals on net income amounts, you will get approved for far less, right? Just the truth, right? So that's just my perspective on that. But anyway, so the lender tells me, he said, if you go out and buy your first home for $250,000, $300,000, you're gonna have a difficult time in the future trying to go out and buy investment real estate. The reason being is because your debt to income ratio. Once your debt on a property, your mortgage note on a property, your debt to income is above 43%. And every time you buy one of these with a note, you get closer to that 43%. Once you get at that 43%, then the conventional way of lending money, you have met what's called your threshold. Okay? Your threshold. So, if you can stay within that 43%, these motherfuckers are going to give you money. And these motherfuckers are going to give you low interest rates. And you are going to make money on these deals. We're going to talk about the numbers. We're going to talk about how to find these deals. We're going to talk about it all. Okay? So, once you get within... Damn, my arm's starting to hurt holding this goddamn phone. Okay, so once you get within, so say for example, you make $100,000 a year, right? Well, fuck throwing out big. Say for example, you make $50,000 a year, or $45,000 a year, or $40,000 a year, or $36,000 a year. This still can work for you, okay? This works for you, okay? Debt to income, if you get a loan for $200,000 or more, and that mortgage note is at $1,500 or $1,700 or $2,000, that's $2,000 every month where you're going to start for the next 15 to 30 years. You're going to be married to that note. You have to that's where your debts start, right? So whatever your income is, you know, it's gonna remove that buffer. Well, basically what he said is that banks don't like to lend. They don't like to give you $250 for a mortgage and turn around and give you $52,000 or $50,000 for a mortgage. That's what he told me. Those was his exact words, right? So that's what the guy quoted me. And the reason being is because they want to know, like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Because they don't look at your situation like you look at your situation, right? Or look at your idea like you look at your idea. Well, I got a plan. Well, they don't give a fuck about your plan. Okay? So, at $350, right? So $350 is your note. $10.50 is what you lease it out for. That difference go in your pocket every month, right? You save it up for maintenance costs, repairs. A lot of people are like, well, I don't like the rent. I don't want to be. Most people that say they heard horror stories about being a landlord and owning houses and renting houses are morons. That says their problems are morons. Number one, they're morons. Number two, they're probably fucking lying and never owned anything in their life, right? Needless to say, definitely didn't learn how to proficiently own rental property for sure. That's just an idiot thing to say, because it's a fact numerically speaking, that if you can save $2,500 to $5,000 in an account, it will prevent any issue, and I do mean any and all issues, from causing you a problem. Not only that, you have landlord insurance that covers damn near $500,000 if a person is killed on your property. You know, you have landlord insurance that covers you for basically any catastrophe that can happen to the property. Then you have something called a home warranty that is less than $400 a year, that covers you for everything all the way up to the street curve. I'm talking plumbing, I'm talking AC, I'm talking everything, appliances, right? And when you use a home warranty, and I've used this many of times, the home warranty take care of the contractor. The home warranty, all you got to pay is a $65 service fee. They source out the contractor. The contractor go out there and tells you exactly what's wrong with it. He documents it, goes back and submit it to the home warranty company, and they pay for the entire repair. That's a fact. So I don't even know what people are talking about when they say stupid shit like that, right? We're going to continue this, man. We're going to touch on all those bullet points, man, on your DTI. We're going to talk about the numbers, like the factual numbers that you can go from a little to a lot in a very short period of time. I told you I started this thing in 2014. It's 2018 now, you know, March 2018, and you know, what can you say? You know, it's replaced my income. It's allowed me the freedom to do what I want. You know, you do have to be single-minded. You do have to be focus-driven, and you do have to be determined. Those things don't change regardless of what you're doing, right? But I'll tell you one thing. This can take you away from doing shit you don't really want to do, being at places you don't really want to be, seeing people that you don't really want to talk to. And that's the corporate monkey structure. Like, you know, the corporate America steals your best hours, the very best hours of the day that you have to offer. And it's not meant to be that way. It's really not meant to be that way, you know. And I think it's now, right now, is a perfect opportunity to talk to us young people who live in a generation where people make videos saying, you know, you need $500,000 to start. That is absolutely unequivocally bullshit. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit, right? And they're just trying to make themselves look better when they throw out those kind of numbers. You know, it's just not true. It's just not true, you know? You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, and I come from the mud, man. I was born in Arkansas, in a little small town, you know. I live in Texas, and you know, you can learn how to ride a fucking wave that doesn't have anything to do with your color, your perspective, your race. You know, once you get away from corporate, you know, you'll start to accept that and understand that. So we'll continue this, and we'll build on this, and this formula works for anybody. For anybody. Just a rant.